Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to explore something very important in an English grammar, that is verbs and their types. So do you know what verbs are? Verb is a word that shows an action or a state of being. It tells us what someone does or what happens. Let us look into a few examples. Look at the first picture. He runs. The word run is a verb because it tells us what he is doing. The next one, she reads a book. Here, the word reads is a verb because it shows us the action what she is doing. The final one, they sing. Here, the word sing is a verb because it tells us what action they are doing. So, do you see how the verbs run, read, and sing all tells us exactly what action is happening? That is the power of verbs. Now, before moving on to the types of verbs, now it's your turn. Can you think of few sentences with verbs in them? Write your examples in the comment section. I would love to see your answers. Let us move into the next topic, that is types of verbs. These verbs are divided into two types, finite verb and non-finite verb. Now let us look into what is finite verb. These verbs show the tenses, that is past, present and future, and they will change according to the subject. Like he sings well. Here, the sings can be changed to sing if the subject is they. Before moving on to know about what is transitive verb, let us quickly understand two important words, that is subject and object. Subject is called as the doer of the action or performer of the action, whereas the object is called as the receiver of the action. Now, let us look into an example. I gave him a pen. So, in this sentence, who is doing the work is I. So, I is called as the subject and who is receiving that? Him. So, him is called as the object. Let's take another example. He gave me a marker. So here, who is doing the action? He. So he is called as a subject and who is receiving it? Me. So me is called as an object. If we look, the two sentences, they involved same persons, but the actions are different. In the first sentence, I gave him a marker where I is called a subject because I am doing the action. In the another sentence, he gave me a marker. Me is called as an object because I am receiving the action in the second sentence. Transitive verbs needs an object to complete a meaningful sentence. If we take an example, she reads a book. Here, without book, the sentence feels like incomplete, like she reads. Then we naturally ask, what is she reading? So here, if we ask what or whom after a verb, if there is an answer, then it's called as transitive verb. Now, let us look into what is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb does not need any object to complete their own sentences, like he sleeps. There is no need of object, the sentence already feels like complete. So here, asking what and whom after a verb, it does not make any sense. So it's called intransitive verb. Now, let us know what is auxiliary verb. These auxiliary verbs are divided into two types, primary and modal. In this primary verb, we have be forms, have forms, and do forms. Now, we'll know about modal verbs. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs are also called as special verbs because they give special meaning. Now, you must be thinking, what kind of special meanings? Like sudden decision, permission, request, obligation, ability, wish, advice, necessity, recommendation, promise, offer, determination, willingness, and so on. So, that is the reason these modal verbs are also called as special verbs. Now, you must be thinking, how many modal verbs would be there? There are total 13 modal verbs in the English sentence. Then, what are they? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, need, ought to, dare, use it to, and must are the 13 modal verbs in the English sentence. You must also know that These modal verbs are same for every subject like I, we, you, they, he and she. These modal verbs are always followed by V1. Now, let us know about non-finite verbs. A non-finite verb does not show tenses and it cannot stand alone as a main verb. In this non-finite verbs, we have infinitives, gerund, and participles. Now, let us know what are infinitives. To plus verb forms an infinitive. For example, to read, to travel. Like, I like to read. She wants to travel. Then it's called an infinitives. Then, what is a gerund? Verb plus ing is called as gerund. It is not only V4 but also used as a noun. It is not a verb. It is used as a subject or object of a sentence. Like swimming is a fun, where swimming is a subject and it's also a noun. He enjoys reading. So here, reading is a noun but it's also an object. Then what are participles? Participles can also help to show the tense. So the main difference between a gerund and a participle is gerund will not talk more about the verb, whereas the participle will talk more about the noun and as well as the adjective. These participles are divided into three types: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. In present participle, we use I am reading. In the past, I have eaten. In the perfect, I have been reading. So, remember, verbs are the action or a state of a verb in a sentence. Knowing their types will make your English stronger and clear. So, in this video, you have learned about what is a verb, some examples, and different types of verbs. So, in the next video, we will go in detail about each type of verb with more examples and practicals. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching the video.